relevant in the context of sexual violence. Okay, there's kuch hota hai. It's also nice. Yeah. So that is also relevant in the context of sexual violence. Do you agree? You think kuch hota hai in the sexual violence? Yeah. Tum paas aaye, sexual violence. Right? So it's complicated subject. Okay, it's difficult to comprehend. It's not because it has the concept is tough. It's because what we are doing today is complicated. Restorative justice in sexual violence cases is complicated. It's not an easy process, and that is why it has not been implemented so far. Okay, if you take Indonesia or India for that matter, we have restorative practices, mediation, peace conferencing, peace circles. All of these are in practice, but when it comes to sexual violence cases, it is very difficult to have restorative justice practice in sexual violence cases. Why do you think is that? Why do you think sexual violence, in cases of sexual violence, restorative justice is difficult?
Okay, so students, baik teman-teman, the students, do you know actually sexual violence, what is it? And what do you think that this is an important news to discuss in this moment? Kenapa perlu dan kenapa sexual violence ini layak untuk kita jadikan seperti ini? Any response, any answer? Please, anyone?
Any response? Why do you think it is difficult?
Yeah. If you think, kalau mau pakai bahasanya campur nggak apa-apa. Nggak apa-apa, pakai bahasa Indonesia campur nggak apa-apa. Nanti saya coba bantu untuk menjelaskan ke Mr. Nunna. Oke, silakan. Ada? Okay, yeah, please. Would you like to introduce your name? Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Alif. Maybe I just answer the question first. Why is the sexual violence is the tough problem to solve? Because the culture maybe, because of some adat dari dulu gitu kayak banyak budaya yang masih feudalism that from the lalu sampai sekarang tuh kayak ada kayak apa ya, hierarki sosial di mana perempuan itu menjadi objek. Jadi kenapa ini susah? Karena kadang-kadang juga masyarakat menganggap bahwa kekerasan seksual itu adalah tabu. Jadi in my environment that sexual violence is kind of taboo, and if we expose it to maybe our mom or maybe the friends, we actually, it's like I'm afraid, or maybe they are afraid to have bad impress for the social, something like this.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to mention your name, Mbak?
My name is Alif.
Alif, okay. Alif, okay. Thank you, Alif.
Thank you, Alif.
Give applause for Alif.
Thank you, Alif. That was a good response.
Okay, any other?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, of course it is tough. What Alif just mentioned is secondary victimization, the fear of secondary victimization, that you will be blamed if you disclose something happened against you, right? So when you tell this to other people, you fear that this person might not receive you properly, this person might not attend to you properly, this person might not believe you properly, right? So that fear of being blamed by other person for the crime that has happened against you, that fear is called fear of secondary victimization. The primary victimization is the crime, that rape, for example, sexual assault, right? Stalking, murder, whatever is the crime, that is primary victimization, the first victimization. Secondary victimization is a negative attitude, victim blaming, these tendencies, the stereotypes, the stigma, right? All these are secondary victimization. So the fear of secondary victimization in victims will push them away from accessing help, right? I have to go to police station and lodge a complaint for me to initiate the system, right? Only after I file a complaint with the police, then the matter will be taken to the court. But before that, before I go to the police station, if I'm scared, if I'm feared that the police might not take me seriously, the police might blame me, my family will not respect me, then I will not even go to the police station. I will not even tell this to anybody in my family. So the fear of rejection, the fear of blaming the victim will prevent them from accessing mainstream support. Okay, they will not go to police station. Now we are talking about a practice which is less popular, which is less known, which is not being effectively used, which is restorative justice. What is restorative justice? So let's say I am a victim of rape, okay? And who do I take an example? So this person here is the offender, right? You are the offender and the victim. Now, how do you do restorative justice between both of us? Okay? How do you bring me and the offender and make them talk? Two people, this person has harmed me, I am the victim, but you are asking me to come to a room and talk about the harm and the harm caused by the person. Will you agree to this? If you were a victim of a rape, right, God forbid, if you were a victim of a rape, would you be willing to participate in a process where your offender is sitting across and telling you why he has done this to you? Will you be interested in doing that? Will you be willing to do that? If you were all victims of some serious offense, would you be interested in talking to your offender? Would you be interested in forgiving this offender